And do you think it's the immunity to any legal consequences that has allowed them to sort of operate like this?
Well, we certainly saw an explosion of their creativity since 1986. So, actually, in 1986, you're referring to the National Child Vaccine Injury Act that was passed in 1986. But before 1986, we had 1976, which was the swine flu vaccine fiasco. And that was a situation where there was so much injury that the vaccine-producing companies were no longer able to get insurance. And so they went to the government and they said, we need you to indemnify us. And they did. And so the government absorbed all the lawsuit cases that happened as a result of the Guillain-Barré that happened from then. And so that kind of set a precedent for 1986. So back then, vaccines were just kind of, pieces of microbe or maybe a live attenuated virus, and then they would put a background of all kinds of horrid things inside of it and tell you it was just a clear, beautiful, pure solution, but that's beside the point. So then 1986 comes along, and because there's so many lawsuits happening because of the diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus vaccine, that, again, the vaccine companies couldn't continue to go on the way they were because they were being sued so much. So then this horrible act was passed, which to some people seemed like a good idea. And this is always how it goes, is we're going to make you this promise. Yes, we're gonna cover all the lawsuits now out of taxes, but it's going to be okay because we're gonna pay out these lawsuits, and you're going to be fine. If your kid takes one for the team, you're going to be okay. And what happens is after they get their foot in the door, they narrow down the They basically have a kangaroo court that decides if you're eligible. And so the qualification tables got narrowed down because in the beginning they were paying out so much of this. So not only did it make the vaccine companies very, very wealthy and indemnified, but as you alluded to just a minute ago, the creativity of the vaccine companies expanded. So after that, they could add different, what we call adjuvants, things that stimulate the immune system so the vaccine works better. That's why we're able to be in a messenger RNA vaccine situation today, which